80% of their databases are actually created by agents, not by humans anymore.
Agentic AI is arguably one of the biggest transformation in the software industry since the dawn of internet.
Agentic AI.
Agentic AI.
Agentic AI.
Agentic AI.
AI agent can make errors.
Imagine this. You walk into work and your boss isn't in the office because your boss isn't human. It's an algorithm, and it already knows what tasks to assign you, whether you're falling behind, if you're promotion material, or whether you're quietly quitting. According to Forbes, 78% of companies in the UK have already adopted Agentic AI systems that manage, not just assist. This isn't a sci-fi dystopia. It's happening now. Let's break down what Agentic AI is, where it's spreading, why workers are worried, and how this could reshape the future of your career. What is Agentic AI? Agentic AI means AI with agency, the ability to make decisions, act autonomously, monitor outcomes, adapt its behavior. This isn't the passive AI you've used before. It's not just, "Hey Alexa, remind me to email the client." It's, the AI has assigned your Q3 project, evaluated your report speed, flagged your Slack tone, and adjusted your bonus projection before you even logged in. Agentic AI doesn't just assist. It manages, it evaluates, it intervenes. Think of it as a new kind of digital colleague, one that never sleeps, never forgets, and always optimizes. It tracks your habits, understands your context, and makes judgment calls on your behalf, not just about what to do, but how, when, and even why. And unlike traditional AI, it doesn't wait for a prompt, it initiates. Agentic AI can launch meetings, assign tasks, escalate issues, or even cancel projects based on shifting priorities. It constantly learns, evolving its strategy based on what works and what doesn't. This shift from reactive to proactive, from tool to teammate, is what makes Agentic AI revolutionary. It's not just a smarter assistant, it's an autonomous operator, and it's coming to every workplace, every workflow, and every decision loop. The age of passive prompts is ending. The age of agentic action has begun. The UK leads the way. A recent Forbes report reveals a stunning stat. 78% of UK companies are now deploying some form of Agentic AI. And we're not talking about limited pilots or one-off trials. This is large-scale, enterprise-wide integration. That 78% includes a sweeping range of functions. Automated task delegation, AI-led performance reviews, promotion path optimization, sentiment analysis from employee communications, hiring, onboarding, and even firing automation. From boardrooms to break rooms, Agentic AI is reshaping how work gets done. And it's not just the disruptors and digital natives jumping in. Major banks are using Agentic AI to monitor risk behaviors in real time. Law firms are deploying it to route cases, assess legal briefs, and manage associate development. Logistics giants are optimizing delivery networks on the fly, without human dispatchers. Even healthcare providers are leveraging it to streamline administrative workflows, reduce errors, and flag compliance issues. This isn't a future scenario, it's a present-day shift. The UK isn't just testing the waters, it's leading the charge into a new management era. While other countries debate AI ethics and draft frameworks, UK companies are implementing real-world solutions that enhance productivity, reduce overhead, and automate complexity.
Well, it's the first technology that has no limit.
This is no longer an experiment in efficiency. It's a managerial revolution. And the companies embracing it fastest are already pulling ahead. Agentic AI is becoming a competitive necessity. The UK saw that early. Now, the rest of the world is watching. Key takeaway number 1. AI isn't just managing data, it's managing people. The real shift with Agentic AI isn't just what it does, it's who it affects. This isn't a story about back-end analytics or automated spreadsheets. It's about people and power. Agentic AI isn't limited to HR automation or passive data dashboards anymore. It's stepping directly into the realm of decision-making. And it's not just what to do, but who should do it, how well they're doing it, and what comes next. It's now responsible for determining workflows, deciding project assignments, flagging underperformers, influencing hiring and promotions. In some organizations, managers don't start with team leads or gut instincts. They start with the AI's recommendation. In others, the AI doesn't just advise, it decides. Managers are there to review, adjust, or in many cases, simply approve what the system has already done. This is a profound evolution. It's not human plus AI. It's AI, then human. That sequence matters because it flips the traditional hierarchy on its head. AI isn't just helping managers manage, it's managing the managers. And while it may boost consistency, eliminate bias, or enhance productivity, it also introduces big questions. Who's accountable when AI makes a bad call? How do you challenge a system you didn't program? And what happens to human leadership when machine logic takes the lead? Agentic AI is no longer a tool, it's a participant. And increasingly, it's in charge. How does agentic AI work? Agentic AI might seem like magic, but under the hood, it's methodical. It starts by collecting data, a lot of it. Most systems integrate multiple layers, including employee data, email response time, code commits, meeting attendance, calendar usage, productivity metrics, KPIs, task deadlines, ticket resolution rates, Slack, and collaboration tool activity, sentiment analysis, tone and emotion in written communication, frequency of negative or passive language, peer feedback, anonymous surveys, 360-degree reviews, informal feedback trends, organizational priorities, quarterly goals, team-level initiatives, company OKRs. But raw data isn't enough. The real power lies in what it's trained on. Internal benchmark, performance markers from within the company, historical data, the habits and patterns of top performers over time, industry-wide success models, what high performance looks like across similar roles in similar sectors. The AI isn't just looking at what you've done, it's mapping who you are and who you could become. It builds dynamic profiles that assess both current output and future potential. These profiles are constantly evolving, reacting to new data as it arrives, whether that's a faster ticket close rate, a change in communication tone, or a dip in peer sentiment. It's not a snapshot, it's a live feed of your professional trajectory. And that's what makes agentic AI powerful. It's not just tracking your performance, it's quietly shaping your career path behind the scenes, one data point at a time. Why companies are embracing it. Executives are leaning hard into agentic AI, and the reasons are clear. It's not just a shiny new tool, it's a bottom-line booster. At the core, agentic AI cuts management costs by automating oversight and decision-making, objectifies evaluations, reducing the risk of favoritism or inconsistency, boosts task throughput, keeping teams on track without constant check-ins, fills gaps during leadership turnover with continuity of operations and decision flow, promises bias-free decisions based on patterns, not personalities. But perhaps most importantly, especially in today's remote and hybrid workplaces, agentic AI offers something managers desperately want: visibility. In environments where leaders rarely see their teams in person, traditional management instincts falter. Who's productive? Who's struggling? Who's ready to lead? Agentic AI gives them a dashboard of answers. And that's the real allure: scalable management that doesn't sleep, doesn't forget, and doesn't let anything fall through the cracks. It's a digital overseer, always watching, always optimizing, always ready to act. In fast-moving markets, companies can't afford managerial blind spots. Agentic AI promises clarity, control, and consistency across teams, departments, and even continents. It's not just managing people, it's managing performance at scale. And for executives chasing efficiency, that's a hard offer to ignore. Key takeaway number 2. Workers are feeling the pressure. Executives may be celebrating agentic AI, but employees? They're sounding the alarm. A growing wave of workplace surveys reveals deep unease. The promises of objectivity and efficiency come at a cost, one that workers are increasingly being asked to bear. Top concerns include surveillance stress, the sense of being watched constantly, even outside standard hours; evaluation anxiety, knowing your output is judged by an invisible system, not a human who knows your context; depersonalization, feeling like a line of code in someone else's algorithm with little say in your development; opaque decisions, no clear appeals process when the AI flags you as underperforming or denies you a promotion; bias baked into training data, especially problematic for women, minorities, and neurodivergent workers who may not match historic success profiles. Some are calling this shift the rise of the robotic boss, not just a tool, but a force that tracks, evaluates, and nudges, all without empathy. And it's not just discomfort, it's affecting morale, trust, and retention. When employees don't know how they're being judged or by whom, they disengage. They feel less safe experimenting, less motivated to grow. In short, the AI might be optimizing workflows, but it's straining the humans inside them. Mental health red flags. As agentic AI reshapes the workplace, psychologists are raising a serious concern: algorithmic management syndrome. It's not just a buzzword, it's a growing mental health crisis linked to AI-driven oversight. Common symptoms include constant low-level stress, the feeling of being endlessly monitored, even during breaks or after hours; burnout from gamified metrics, where productivity becomes a scoreboard and every action feels like a competition; decreased job satisfaction, stemming from a sense of invisibility and lack of agency; erosion of trust in leadership, when managers defer to systems instead of understanding their people. And the issue worsens when AI decisions are seen as final. In companies where feedback comes solely from dashboards and algorithms, employees report feeling powerless and unheard. This isn't just a tech issue, it's a human one. When performance is measured in data points, but never explained in human terms, people begin to disconnect. Coaching is replaced by scoring, support is replaced by alerts, and development becomes something done to you, not with you. The result? High turnover, low morale, and rising rates of workplace anxiety. Agentic AI may be streamlining business, but if companies don't prioritize psychological safety, they'll end up managing metrics, not people. Who's fighting back? As agentic AI spreads, so does resistance. Employees across sectors are pushing back, not against technology itself, but against how it's being used. They're demanding governance policies to define the boundaries of AI authority, human override rights, ensuring people can challenge or reverse algorithmic decisions, transparent evaluation algorithms so workers understand what they're being judged on, the right to explanation, especially in performance reviews, promotions, and disciplinary actions, well-being audits to assess the psychological impact of AI-managed systems. This isn't just talk. Unions in the UK, Germany, and parts of the US are actively organizing around this issue. They're negotiating contracts that cap the scope of algorithmic decision-making, demanding access to the data and logic behind AI-generated evaluations, filing legal challenges under GDPR, anti-discrimination laws, and workplace safety regulations. For many, this isn't about resisting automation. It's about preserving autonomy. Workers aren't asking for a return to paper timesheets. They're asking for dignity, transparency, and the ability to challenge decisions that affect their livelihoods. Because when your promotion, warning, or termination comes from a black box system with no face and no recourse, It doesn't feel efficient. It feels inhuman. The fight isn't AI versus jobs. It's AI versus agency, and the battle lines are being drawn. Key takeaway number 3. The real risk isn't AI control, it's AI subtlety. Agentic AI isn't some cold robot firing people arbitrarily. It's far more nuanced, and that's what makes it dangerous. Instead of issuing ultimatums, it nudges. It gently steers outcomes over time, altering trajectories without making a scene. How? It shifts who gets picked for high visibility or career-defining projects. It sets deadlines based on algorithmic optimal velocity, often tighter than human managers would choose. It compares your performance to a sea of anonymized peers, people you've never met, in roles you didn't choose. It tracks patterns, adjusts workflows, and tweaks expectations, all without ever having a conversation with you. The result? Employees feel something is off, but can't quite name it. They're being evaluated, shaped, and sometimes sidelined by a system they don't see and can't interrogate. And here's the kicker. It's not malicious. It's not even emotional. It's just code running on patterns. But that makes it harder to notice and harder to fight. There's no dramatic firing scene, no angry manager, just fewer opportunities, tighter feedback, and a career that quietly stalls. That's the real risk of agentic AI. Not tyranny, not chaos, but a quiet, invisible influence that changes lives without ever making a sound. How companies can get this right. Not every company is sleepwalking into algorithmic overreach. Some are charting a better path, one that balances automation with accountability. Forward-thinking firms are embracing a hybrid approach, where AI enhances efficiency but doesn't replace human judgment. Here's what that looks like in practice. AI handles the repetitive, low-stakes tasks, like meeting scheduling, baseline performance analysis, and sorting task priorities. Human managers retain control over key personnel decisions, promotions, warnings, reviews, and role changes. Transparent dashboards let employees see how they were scored, using plain language and accessible data. Employees have the right to respond, to contest, clarify, or add context to any AI-generated evaluation. Some companies go further, appointing AI advocates within HR, dedicated professionals who explain model logic, ensure fairness, and act as liaisons between staff and the system. This model doesn't reject AI, it repositions it. Instead of an invisible judge, the AI becomes a visible assistant. Instead of replacing managers, it supports them. The best companies understand. AI should augment, not dominate. It should inform decisions, not make them in isolation. Because when employees know how they're being evaluated, who is accountable, and how to engage with the process, trust goes up. And trust is the true foundation of any effective workplace, AI-powered or not. What this means for the future of work. The workplace of 2030 won't look like today's, not because humans will vanish, but because AI will become embedded in every layer of the employee experience. Experts predict that within just a few years, most knowledge workers will operate under AI manager-assistant hybrid, an intelligent system that guides daily workflows, tracks progress, and flags risks. Promotions will be influenced by algorithmic models predicting long-term potential based on performance trends. Hiring decisions will begin with AI-prepped shortlists, ranking candidates by skill match, sentiment signals, and even cultural fit patterns. Peer reviews will come with AI overlays, adding context from collaboration data, past interactions, and communication style. And in certain sectors, gig work, customer service, and logistics, we may see companies go fully AI managed with minimal human supervision. But here's the catch. These systems must be transparent. Workers need to know what the AI sees and how it decides. Fair. Decisions must be checked for bias and equity. Human checkable. Managers must retain final oversight. Designed with well-being. Not just speed and output in mind. Because if AI is to guide the future of work, it must be trusted. And trust doesn't come from automation. It comes from accountability, clarity, and care. A choice, not a fate. Agentic AI isn't on the horizon. It's already here. It's assigning tasks, evaluating performance, shaping promotions, and quietly influencing careers, all in real time. The question isn't whether this technology will be part of the workplace. It will. The real question is, what kind of workplace will it help create? Will it optimize every second of our day, tighten productivity loops, and quietly push us toward exhaustion? Or will it free us from the noise, automating the drudgery so we can focus on what humans do best? Creative thinking, emotional intelligence, collaboration, strategy, leadership. The answer doesn't lie in the code. It lies in the choices we make around the code. The difference will come down to policy, laws and regulations that define what AI can and can't do. Culture, whether companies use AI to empower or control. Leadership, whether decision makers see people as inputs or individuals. Because yes, AI can be a manager. It can schedule, assign, score, and even recommend. But it should never be the leader. Leadership means judgment, empathy, ethics, accountability. Those are human qualities, and they always will be. Agentic AI presents us with a fork in the road, not between tech and no tech, but between control and collaboration, burnout or balance, blind automation or thoughtful integration. This is a moment to decide what kind of future we want to build, because AI will shape it, but we still hold the pen. Agentic AI isn't coming. It's already here, managing tasks, tracking performance, and reshaping workplaces. Done right, it could make more work fair, efficient, and personalized. Done wrong, it risks turning offices into panopticons and workers into numbers. Subscribe for more in-depth stories on where tech meets work, rights, and the human experience. And tell us in the comments, would you be comfortable with an AI assigning your tasks or evaluating your performance? Why or why not? Stay blessed and stay curious.